Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf with Phil and Dave, the movie talk show where each week one of us takes a movie off our shelf, presents it to the other for discussion.
This week, coming off of Phil's shelf, 1995's Glory Daze, written and directed by Rich Wilkes.
The man.
Yes, the legend. One-hit wonder,
Yeah.
one might say. Philip, why is this movie on your shelf? Were you sloshed, perhaps?
No, to be clear.
Those are your drinking days. 95? Come on.
No, not at all. I didn't start drinking until I was in my 20s.
Oh, pussy.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a good solid run, you know.
Yeah, this is one of my weed days, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
95.
Your
Yeah.
glory days.
I was going
you were
to-
in a daze.
I was going to the theater a lot in 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, ironically, this wasn't in theaters. Anyways, go on. Straight to VHS. Why is this movie?
This is a movie that I, at the time, hadn't fully become aware of Ben Affleck. So the love wasn't born of that.
Not till 98.
That's right. It was a recommendation from my dear friend Lawrence, whom we've commonly referred to as Larry.
He doesn't mind.
He does not mind.
Maybe he does.
He did back in the day for sure. But he was big into the punk scene.
Okay.
I think the soundtrack is what drove him there. And I saw it, and it's right in my wheelhouse. You know, we've talked about this over the years, and certainly movies like Beautiful Girls. But these pivot points in someone's life, the questioning what the next move is, this decision to stay or leave in certain things, and comfort, those are all things that really resonated with me 25 years ago, 30 years ago. And so that was a real impetus. And it was a DVD, and I've never seen it in any other format.
That makes
No
sense.
special features,
That checks
you know.
out. There's
I remember the box art, like the top of that is French Stewart.
he's the man.
So like the idea that French Stewart is your big
He's-
sell in a
yeah.
movie was crazy to me.
He was big in 95, buddy.
Yeah, he was certainly bigger than Sam Rockwell would be, and certainly bigger than Ben Affleck would be. So
Yeah.
it's born out of that. It's a real tribute to Larry that I owned it because I was like, ooh, I really like this. We watched it together, and I was like, I'm all for it.
Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it. As I jokingly mentioned about the going to the theater heavily in 95, and this was nowhere to be seen, I looked up IMDb. It has no critic reviews, so it might have been straight to DVD, and that's fine.
Yeah,
it wasn't a
totally.
made-for-TV movie.
Truth. It
So-
qualifies.
It qualifies. But while I'm in here, I'll give a description of what this movie's about, according to Old Faithful.
Mm-hmm.
With college graduation pending, the old gang tries to avoid the inevitability of breaking up and going forward with their lives. That's bang on.
100%.
If there's one thing they got right about this movie, it's the IMDb. I joke. Now, Philip, I want to preface this with two things,
Okay.
if that's okay.
The double
Double preface, the DP, as
Yeah.
I like to call it. It's your birthday weekend.
Yeah.
I feel that you may be strongly connected to this movie. Now we know why, Larry,
Yep.
and for other reasons. So I am going to pretend to love it.
Don't be generous. Don't you dare do it.
I did narrow down to two major gripes. I have lots of comments. Don't worry about that. But the gripes,
Yeah.
I got two distinct ones.
Okay.
And out of respect to you and being your birthday weekend, I watched it 3 times.
That impresses me.
Yes. The other thing I want to say is, when I negatively speak about these characters, which will happen because they are
course.
losers, between the ages of 16 and 35, I was a loser.
You gotcha.
I am that.
Are you suggesting you're post-loser now?
I am post-loser, if you can believe it.
All right.
So when I insult them in the film, I am, in turn, insulting myself.
Gotcha.
But chicks love self-degradation. What's that word?
Deprecation?
Yes.
And degradation, too, I suppose.
Yeah.
You've been degraded once or twice in your life.
Happily so.
Signed up for it.
But there we go. So Glory Daze.
With a Z, I want to be clear.
With a Z, and the tease from last week, when I was certain this was Dazed and Confused
I thought you might.
with Matthew
Yeah.
Affleck, but instead of Cole Hauser we get like Mac Damon for 2 seconds. So
Yeah.
there's definitely some distinct differences. And that was more weed heavy. This was more,
In Dazed and Confused?
yeah.
Sure. 70s pot, sure.
Yeah,
And this is drinking too. There's lots
There is, but I remember the weed. This one is, we're focused in on the booze, which we'll obviously talk about as a theme throughout the movie, though, Philip. But here we are.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you could do me one favor, if you allow this, at the end, can we rank these by who's the biggest loser for fun?
Yeah, okay. I'm
Okay.
not prepared, so it won't be
Yeah, that's fine. And you can slot yourself in
where I fit on the scale.
at the age of 22. We'll
Okay,
say,
okay.
give or take.
Sure.
Okay?
I think that's a great idea. But before we get to the end, let's get to the beginning.
Makes sense.
The movie begins with a voiceover, and we've talked a lot about voiceovers lately, so we're not going to bother spending time, but it is a way to introduce a large swath of
Yeah.
characters
Oh, yeah.
and giving them, I don't want to say stereotypes, because the movie isn't really stereotypical, because they're all kind of the same, just variations on a theme, if you will.
Yeah, I would say that,
Directionless,
yeah.
right? What's next? But I do like that in order to ground us, it's a very short movie, like, a tight 90.
I wasn't expecting a 2-hour film. It's not built for that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And so because of that, in the case of brevity, I don't need to spend a ton of time with these characters because they are just sort of two-dimensional setups. So we introduce Jack, who's played by Ben Affleck, of course.
Mm-hmm.
His theme, generally unhappy with his girlfriend. Or he got dumped, so he's just
He
sort of
did,
generally
yeah.
unhappy.
Yeah.
Rob, he is with a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not sure if he's happy. And wants to figure out what the next step is.
Sure.
And that's played by Sam Rockwell
Yes.
in a very early performance. Dennis, the lead actor in the movie, French Stewart.
Francais Stewart.
Yeah, from 30 Rock.
30 Rock. Yes, Philip.
No, there's a rock. There's a planet.
There's a Lithgow, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. 30 planets from the sun.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It's TV,
TV.
not my world.
I didn't really watch it, but I certainly was aware of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Third rock from the sun.
Third
That's
Rock
the
from the
name
Sun.
of
You
it,
want to
so
make sure
speak.
people know you're
Well,
an
that I'm
idiot.
not an idiot. Exactly.
Yeah,
Let's be clear
not a
about
loser.
that. He's the headmaster of the dorm or the frat house that they're living in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a career student, he says. So
Yeah.
he's just kind of always taking a postdoctorate and a postgraduate degree over and over again.
I knew a guy like that. And he's in the attic, too. That's important.
Truth.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah, you peaked. You start in the basement, you get to the
Yeah,
attic.
exactly.
right? Drake knows what's up. Oh, we got Slosh.
Does he have a real name? I don't.
Josh.
Oh, was it Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he becomes Slosh.
Okay. Makes sense.
He's a genius, generally anyway, but he
Questionable, yeah.
became a drunk.
Yeah, he did. Very
Yeah.
relatable.
Well, you're half there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, touche. It took me a second to know what that meant.
Yeah.
Hence the
There it is.
why I'm half of that.
And Mickey, who's
Yeah.
kind of a laughable, affable, lovable guy.
That's
He's a comic book creator, but he's the sad, lonely guy. So French Stewart, Dennis, the guy that you would look and go, he's got his stuff together. He's just a little weird.
in comparison to everybody. Yes.
And then everybody else has their arcs or their themes and so forth. And I'm surprised to hear that you dislike this movie so much, or at least the implication that you dislike this movie so much.
Just the implication.
5 times.
Just
since you
the
start-
implication.
Just the implication. Don't worry about it.
Losers.
Yeah. Because I feel like there's something, at least potentially, to glom onto with each of these characters. A little bit stereotypical, I hate to use the term, but two-dimensional characters. I would assume that you were able to at least find some of yourself or some of the questions or themes or things like that at some point in your life.
Well, you see, I like my characters like I like my porn. 3D.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Virtual.
I just, of course. Connection-wise, I was able to have a little bit with each character.
Yeah, good.
Like with Slosh, the alcoholism, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
would be the obvious one there. Rob, the pussy-whipped stereotype nature of his character. Yeah, been there.
Mhm.
Mickey, sad, lacking confidence,
Mm-hmm.
certainly. Dennis, being an older student is what I originally wrote down. And then when I watched it again, I noticed he had golf clubs
Yeah.
at the end.
There you go.
He's a golfer.
Yep.
Connection made.
Locked it in.
Yeah. And then Jack, just kind of a sad dude, but pretending everything is okay. So I didn't have like a direct
Of course not.
connection to this movie, but I was able to at least have that. What it really did for me, the movie overall, was highlight the drinking culture we have in North America in general. So that was something that popped to me this time.
Really?
In hindsight of living my life now versus back then. So
Sure.
it was kind of interesting to watch and sad at the same time.
Interesting.
We'll pick that
Okay.
apart.
So some judgment.
Major judgments.
Yeah.
But
Classic.
on myself too. Like as I said at the beginning, I did variations of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's part of the reason I didn't like it, because I don't have fond memories of that life, because there's a fine line between living and learning and just being stupid.
Sure. Here's this guy, he's wearing his hate comic book t-shirt, and the guy's doing shtick to hand out all the tassels and the hats and the cloaks and such. And there's something about lineup frustration.
Oh,
I
are
love.
you talking about the Sean Whalen scene?
Yeah, that's your boy.
Oh, yeah. He's a twister, I think.
Yeah.
He's my boy. This is one of my favorite scenes.
It's great.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
One-liner, just like banging him out per person.
I think he has every right to criticize his haircut.
Oh, yeah. It's a
What are we
terrible
talking
haircut.
about here? And
That's 1990s, I guess.
I had the goatee for a while.
Oh.
I would never do it again.
No.
I'm not allowed to, actually. It's not that I don't want to. Did it for one day, and I was done.
Yeah, you got voted off. No,
Yes.
This is not happening. The hair is questionable, but that's,
the movie.
that's just
That's
it's like saying perms in the 80s or shoulder pads. Like, yeah, it's just the way it is. But lineup frustration is something that I really both connect with because I worked in retail for so long and worked at the airport for so long that I just see people's eyes glaze over in rage and frustration.
100%, yes. I've been a retail buddy. I know what that's all about.
Right. Like Sean Whalen,
That's
I
right.
would stretch it out a little bit. You know, if I knew that the guy behind was angry,
You're in control. They don't know that.
I'm playing like
Absolutely.
a fiddle.
Yeah. I used to sacrifice a sale periodically.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we don't have the phone in stock.
Totally.
I'm sorry. You've waited all that time.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Did I ever tell you the Apple story? I'm going to tell the Apple story.
I would love to
I
hear
think the
Apple
statute
story.
is gone now. But so I worked at the video store, and it was Apple release day, one of the iPhones. I don't remember the iteration,
yeah.
mid-2000s.
Terrible salesperson.
And I was very anti-cell phone, as you know, particularly in the early days.
Yes.
3 or 4 people milling about the front of the store. Now, I get there around 7. Door opens around 9. I set up the wall. It was, doing all the things.
Doing things
right?
you love.
And then I wait and wait and wait. And I know what they're there for. What else would they be there for? I get to the door at 5 minutes to 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Are you guys here for the phone?" And they go, "Yeah." I said, "We don't have any."
So you made him wait the 2 hours.
I made them wait the 2 hours.
Nice.
I said, "There's a store up the road. They'll probably have some."
Uh-huh.
And they were so mad at me.
Yeah. They won't have any by the time they get there.
Exactly. You know what's the best part of that story, though?
What?
4 phones sitting in the kiosk.
Oh, you dirty rascal.
I just didn't want to steal with the sales, and I didn't like,
Sure.
speaking of judgment, I didn't like that they were doing this like freaks, lined up for a phone.
It's a poor reflection of our society. It's people like that.
It's a poor reflection on everybody involved.
Well, just waiting for a phone for it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
but
good.
I'm
Good for
also
you.
a pretty distinct asshole for that.
Oh, of course. Well, that's why we love you.
And I've waited out overnight for the mini SNES, for the PlayStation
So you're a
3.
hypocrite.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you admit it. So that's big.
But anyway, that's just a funny
story.
Yeah.
I'm sure I heard it before, but it's like I'm hearing it for the first time. I love it.
So anyway, that guy kind of manipulating Jack a little bit made me smile. But I've also been in line sometimes where I ended up paying for an old lady's grocery bill
Good for you.
because she was just taking too goddamn long.
Yeah, getting out that.
I was like,
checkbook.
just put these 3 things with her, and I'll pay for.
good.
Let's go. She can bag it. I've got to go.
Good for you.
So that's that. And we get Rob and Mickey. They've off to their own thing, and this scene doesn't really have any other purpose
Yeah, I don't know if it needs to be in the
but
movie,
to
why
give us
not?
Matthew McConaughey.
He's great.
What are your thoughts on his performance here?
He's fine.
We've talked about him a little bit in Interstellar. We've mentioned him in the past, but
He's doing his thing.
I think it's just a crazy, bizarre series of choices that's happening in this scene right now.
It's just to amplify Rob's situation, generally speaking. I appreciate the Mickey.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate the drinking on the job. These are things I've done.
Yeah. He's looking a little disheveled, to say the least.
He is.
His wife is leaving him. Like, he's
Yeah, I'm sure he had fun with it. Oddly enough, when I watched it the second, third time, I'm like, what is his job?
he's a salesman.
But to me, it looked like a U-Haul rental place. You don't sell that. They just come and like, I need one. That's it. These guys aren't keeping the truck.
Maybe it's sales and rentals. Maybe he's covering both sides of it.
There's no reason for this to be a sales position. What size of truck do you need?
Yeah.
How much stuff do you have?
For how long?
And bring it back on this day. Make sure it's gassed up. Sign
Yeah.
here, please.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it seemed pretty unnecessary when I realized that they were just all this U-Hauls, essentially.
Yeah. Considering where this guy's career went, what a strange, bizarre performance in a strange, bizarre movie. I really.
There's a lot of that, though, when you, like, of actors, you go back and we forget them or haven't seen them, where they just have these small roles. It's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun. And like looking at Sala, who plays Luther, John Rhys Davis.
Oh, yes, yes.
That establishes Dennis's, well, Luther's affection, that relationship, maybe before we get too deep into it, but that relationship and how Dennis is seeking approval, right, as an artist, as a student, and so forth. And Luther offers the opportunity to continue his studies beyond.
Understudy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So we're presented them as two-dimensional characters in the opening sort of montage and introduction through the voiceover. And these first wave of scenes, I would suggest, make them a little bit three-dimensional.
Yeah. Add some depth to their character, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. These are real people. I didn't feel anybody terribly stereotyped.
No, the only people that really struck me as not real, really, was guys like Matthew McConaughey, who I'm sure exist, but that performance is so heightened.
Yeah, sure.
But that's for jokes, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's clearly just to be silly and hilarious.
And that's early on. I forget about that scene 3 minutes after.
And if it weren't anyone but Matthew McConaughey, you probably would never think of that scene again.
That's
right?
possible.
Like, but because it's such a huge star in our modern world, to watch him in this, you're like, holy shit, there he is. You know,
he is.
So it makes it a little bit more memorable.
Handsome.
Good looking man. Not so much in that movie, but. And I have to tell you, Mickey is the comic book artist.
Uh-huh.
His caption to the cartoon, even Hitler had a girlfriend. I love it. Yeah.
It's true, though.
In 1995, I was a really sad, pathetic, lonely, sad, pathetic boy. I would suggest watching this movie that Mickey would be the one that I'm most connected to.
That is too bad to hear.
Yeah.
Because he's the worst in this.
Tell me. He's so pathetic.
We talked about a couple weeks ago in Rounders. I don't know if you remember our conversation.
I remember everything, buddy.
Not only is he a bad character, he's a bad actor.
Yeah.
I thought he was terrible in this movie. He didn't act again. He had a small role.
Editor.
Yeah, he had one small role. I think I looked at his filmography, and he's making terrible, terrible choices. I did not like him at all.
No.
And his whole arc was the least spoiler.
Yeah, sure.
At the end of our rankings, least favorite.
Yeah.
I like nothing about this guy.
Okay.
Good artist.
You didn't like his dreads?
No. Well, I mean, I don't care.
Something.
I don't care. But I mean, I don't like the overalls with no shirt underneath.
Yeah.
That I don't like.
Yeah, okay.
I
You've
don't
been on
see-
record.
I have now, if not before. But that there, I'll say that now. I'll leave that.
Okay.
There.
Little
Yeah.
tease. You've already spoiled.
Yeah, spoiled my number one least favorite character at the end.
I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think ultimately the character that I connected with then, I look back and much like maybe how you're looking at your drunken self from those 8 days, with a bit of shame and a bit of like, wow.
Yeah, was I
If
really?
I was that guy, which I thought I was that guy,
Yeah, of course.
from a romantic point of view,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he's such a sweet kid who just can't find love and he's trying. But in hindsight, watching you going like, yeah, I wouldn't want to hang out with this guy either.
No, absolutely not.
And so those are things that I can look at myself and think, well, that's maybe why I didn't have a girlfriend was, some of those things, right? Like that's what I'm projecting out.
Yeah, but the problem with this is he gets the girl in the end.
Yeah, but it's only Alyssa Milano, one of the most beautiful women in the world. So
She's the boss.
as far as I'm concerned.
She's great. My brother had posters of her.
Yeah,
He's
she's gorgeous.
a fan in our household.
So like at least it's realistic in the end is what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure. That's it. Yeah. And this is actually the point where we meet her character, Alyssa. I don't even know her name in the movie.
Chelsea
Chelsea.
is her name.
Chelsea. And it's good that she's there so Joni
Yep.
isn't the only girl.
Yeah, I love this.
Rob's girlfriend tags along.
They say before, don't bring her
Don't
along.
bring her.
Don't bring her.
It's a guy's day.
Guys' day. Boys hang out.
Now, I don't want to get into a big thing with you.
Okay.
But we're dealing with another Joe.
Yes.
In a
It's
way
not lost
here.
on me.
So I'm interested to see what side of the fence you land on this. Should she be there? Is it okay that she's there? Can the worlds collide, Phil? Because George Costanza would say they cannot.
I am on the George side of things.
Yes, okay.
I am
figured
not.
you would be.
I find it very challenging in the past, in my life, and still today,
Mm-hmm.
to integrate not just boys and girls or what have you, but also video store friends versus airline friends, different pockets. I feel they exist in their own world, compartmentalized in their own space.
That's your game.
That's how it is.
I wish I could be more like that.
That's why you've never met anybody I worked with at the airport. You
I
are a video store friend, and that is it.
Pretty much. I met that one guy I met.
Sure, but the other day.
Yeah, don't know Larry.
Yeah,
don't know Larry. Love to. I met some at the wedding,
love him.
obviously, but I don't remember anything because I was one of these guys.
That's right.
I was slosh.
So that makes complete sense to me.
Yeah.
It changes the dynamic, and particularly when you're 18, 19 years
Oh,
old, in
even
much
more
different ways
so.
maybe than now, but
Yeah.
it's a thing.
Now you're like one person more.
Yeah.
Maybe not you per
Sure.
se, but you're Phil.
Yeah.
I'm Dave, and I can be the same person
That's right.
in every situation. However, I do still find myself a bit of a chameleon.
Of course.
I act a little bit differently everywhere I go, and that's just my human nature.
Yeah, I think it's because you're probably unhappy with yourself.
I think that sounds about right.
Well, it's the thing that I do, right? Like you're sort of like you're this person to these people because they know you as this person.
Yeah.
And it's not always so dark or
Sure, yeah,
whatever.
but
It's just
it's-
built in. It is human nature.
Yeah.
I think to find your personality can pivot, right? If someone's really sad and you're the funny guy, you can either use that to liven them up, or you can modulate down so that you're more maybe sensitive guy today versus whatever. Right?
I've been known to modulate. Now, my additional thought to this scene was I would almost accept her being there if she enjoyed the event.
Yeah.
But once I saw her more or less upset that she got wet, I'm like, you're not even having fun with what's here, the rides and stuff.
Was she upset because she got wet, or was she upset because Rob told her to shut the fuck up?
Oh, at that point, had he said that to her?
I'm not sure the timeline.
Okay.
But definitely when she gets told to shut the fuck up, she's not happy.
Fair enough.
And
It's just
that-
not a good idea.
And to me, that's the big crux of it. And her character, I will say that she's got Joe-like qualities, which is to say,
Uh-huh. Oh, definitely
not
later.
supportive of
Yeah.
whatever,
And
right?
she has friends.
Exactly.
Do your thing. You're seeing mom in the morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
One thing that irked me about watching this movie in hindsight,
Mm.
because I didn't do this, is you can balance these things.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be
One or nothing.
one or the other. You
Yeah.
can have a girlfriend and have guy friends too and manage that. It just takes a certain level of maturity and strength where you're not bothered by the constant ribbing that the guys might give you
Totally.
because they're either jealous or just frustrated with their own
Or that's their
lives.
relationship to you, right? I bust your balls, you bust my balls. And one of my best friends, Graham, another video store guy,
Never met him though.
uh,
I don't know why. I was a video store guy. Just saying.
he was at the wedding.
Okay. Oh shit.
But I remember meeting his then girlfriend for the first time, and I remember busting his balls and kind of busting her balls the same way I would bust his balls. Because to me,
Oh.
we're all part of the same. You're like family.
You told
know,
me
kind
this
of
one.
thing.
Yes, I remember now.
And then later, I distinct memory of like, why were you such an asshole?
yeah.
And I thought, oh, I didn't modulate. I was like,
You
well,
didn't.
no, I'm gonna bust your balls because I like busting balls.
She has no balls.
And she has no balls.
So that's on him for not giving her the skinny on you. Like,
Sure.
this is Phil.
I
This is
think
what
I
he
probably
does.
came in a
Hot.
little like
Came in
hot in general. But anyway, so that was something where to think about the way that relationship goes in this moment, I was again reminded that this is very telling. This is how it goes.
Yeah.
And in later life, like you said, you can merge and integrate, but it still is a thing. I think
Even today,
if you brought your wife to a
cottage trip.
cottage, there's a good example, right?
Wouldn't
You would act completely different. Maybe not completely, but you would act differently, I assume.
Sure, yeah, I would.
And everyone around you would then act differently as well.
But I can be like 80% of myself
Yeah.
anywhere I take my wife. And I think that's a win. If you can hit that
Oh, yeah, sure.
mark,
Yeah.
you're never going to be at 100%.
I don't think it's wrong to not be 100% necessarily, but it does change the dynamics. It does change.
You cannot be below 50%.
Yeah.
If you're
Well, then you're lying to everybody, right? Like
Yeah.
at that point, you're just
then it's a problem.
yeah. So I really like this scene. I like the way that relationship is called out because Rob is at that point where he wants to be with the boys, and you see him wrestle throughout the whole movie. It's really his movie, I think.
He's the strongest character.
Oh, are you now spoiling?
Oh shit. Well, I mean, like he's got the best arc.
Yeah.
I would say.
And everybody else is just fucking around, but he's the only one with any real, at that point, responsibility.
Yeah, I really have given away the first and last.
Yeah.
So it's
That
really
makes the game a little less
Yeah,
interesting.
well, you know, the three of them are interchangeable. We do find out also that Mickey is good at piggyback rides. I've never done one.
No?
I don't have the upper strength,
The torso?
upper body. Yeah, I don't have that.
What I liked about it as well, just to put a cap on that particular scene, is that Alyssa Milano shows up, Chelsea shows up, and everybody's like, "Hey, Chelsea, come on in."
She's one of the guys.
One of the guys, but not really, because so it's like it's boys' night, girl.
It's the relationship status.
Yeah, it's a whole different
That's what
world,
it is.
right?
Yeah, it's not gender specific.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I certainly remember not being able to do things like that because I had to be with the girlfriend.
Yeah, sure.
So I can't say I have a lot of memories of those days out with the guys.
Mm.
Now, I do have memories of being in a house or apartment that I lived in with a couple guys a little bit later in my life. We had a bar as well.
Oh.
One of our roommates with school,
Sure.
he built it. So that was kind of cool. I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure that I want to stay in that forever. I love living alone. But here we have Jack suggesting that let's stick around for at least another year or forever, as he says, because that takes balls.
Yep.
And I don't know if you picked up on this. He's playing darts.
Yeah.
At first, I thought the clock was the dartboard,
Oh, okay.
but he just has bad aim. I saw the dartboard later to the left.
Yes.
Probably had a few drinks.
Yeah.
And he stops the clock, essentially. Now, we found out from draft day, the good ones know how to slow it down. But clearly, he's one of the great ones because Ben here, Jack, has found a way to stop the clock
That's right.
and live in this forever.
Yep.
There you go.
For however on the nose that metaphor is,
A
obviously,
little bit, but that's okay.
I love it.
Get one freebie.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because I get that feeling, whether it be on vacation, whether that be in certain circumstances in my life along the way. When I moved to Vancouver, I was going to be for 1 year. Called it. That was it. And when that year ended,
It's like 8-9 years, wasn't it?
I was there for just under 10. And what happened was I just wanted more. Why would I give that up, right? And I wanted to do new things and different things. I met new people. And all of a sudden, it's 1 year. I'll do one more.
Time flies at that age.
And then I'll do one more because I want to live alone. And then I'm all alone and I want to live on the beach. And why would I ever want to stop this from happening? So the idea that these guys feel like in that moment, and I moved out when I was 21, so they're like roughly in that same
same ballpark.
ballpark.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it made complete sense to me in ways that I didn't understand in 95 because I was pretty miserable in that age. Unhappy, lonely, sad, right? Like, so I don't want time to stop then.
No.
But 7 years later, in that same position, not graduating university, but in that same, I'm in a new place, new world. I want to keep time where it is.
Time flies when you're having fun, buddy.
Totally.
You're enjoying yourself.
You don't want it to fly, though,
No,
right?
you
You got to
don't.
slow it down like the greats. So this scene continues to resonate over time. And also when I think back, and this is maybe more of this forlorn later in life thing, as you know, it's my birthday, as you mentioned. The idea that time takes people away from you, right? I think back to some of my best friends in the world at the time and how many of them have stood around, right? You and I have been friends for almost,
26 years.
We didn't meet in 2000.
Sorry, 16 years.
16 years.
I carried a one that I shouldn't have.
Right. Yeah. But like 16 years, and I'm happy to be here. And my friend Graham and Neville, and Randall, these are people I've known for 25 years.
Can you rank us at the end as well?
That's right. I'll do that. And Larry Lawrence is a guy that I knew in 1996.
You make it sound like his name is Larry
Yeah,
Lawrence.
Larry Lawrence. But I don't see these people often.
When you do, though, does it feel like
Yes.
always feels?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about those
Same
four
here.
people. The
Yeah.
problem is when I was living there were 15 of those people that just didn't survive
They're dead.
the time and the distance, or some of them died, right? Like that's just the world.
Oh, sorry.
So I just think that it's interesting that why wouldn't you want to capture it? Because what time does is it takes people away, whether it be through death, something more morbid, or just time and space and move away and life goes on and now we don't talk much anymore.
Yeah, I get that. I get the argument for Jack at that age for sure.
Yeah. So he basically says like, no, we're going to try and crystallize
out.
this. And there's something about that really, really crystallized with me.
I wouldn't say it's poignant though, would you?
Maybe.
You don't really need an excuse to have a party at that age. And if you have the means, let's do it. Let's get the flyers printed. Just don't give one to Matt Damon.
Not him.
He's a pud whacker.
Yeah, it's a pud whacker.
I don't know what that is.
It's like multiple MIGs in Silence of the Lambs, if you recall.
No.
He's the guy that just mercilessly jerks off all the time.
Oh, got you. Yeah. Now, the real question to this, though, is have you ever been too drunk to fuck? I don't like to swear on the podcast, but I have to because that's...
You're just quoting. You're just quoting.
I am, and that's the button he's wearing. And I actually have the answer for that, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I've been in many situations where I've had too much to drink and I can't operate.
Whiskey dick is a term that I did not understand until my mid-20s.
Yeah. I'm not going to share too much about this. All to say is that is accurate. Now, I never used that as my in.
Clearly.
No. But it's a fact. It's like playing pool. You got to find that
sweet spot.
The sweet spot there.
Yeah, I'd only ever drink to fuck, really. So I was always like, this is my in. This is the only way. And I rarely went so far that I was like, ooh, that's smart. This is not working.
I had no self-control, right? So that one will be 20. And that's quick, too, right? So I remember passing out and I think I told you this one. My girlfriend brought another girl over and things were...
slept right through
the wheels were in motion. I literally slept through it. And I'm like... These are the memories I have from this, which is why I didn't maybe enjoy
There's no romanticism of those early days. Yeah, that's fair.
Unfortunately.
The closest analog I have was there was fireworks. I lived right on the beach, and there was a friend of mine that lived above this video store. So we had
that's cool.
We called it Melrose Place because it was all like a bunch of courtyards.
Yeah.
So all the rooms came out into this courtyard. So we would hang out there and watch the fireworks. And I think I may have mentioned Rod Loray.
Oh, yeah.
From
Jason?
Michael Myers, but
Michael
very
Myers,
close.
Yes. Okay.
He was part of that group, and I went to use his washroom, and he had a urinal and a toilet in his bathroom, and I was like, "This is the coolest place."
That's the life right there.
And my buddy Jay was like kind of my in. He worked with us, and he's an actor. He was in the first season of The Last of Us. He's popped up in there.
Cool.
Anyway, great guy. I worked until 6. Party was starting at 6, so I was like, "Ooh." Went home, quickly downed an entire bottle of Smirnoff Ice in the shower.
My God.
And then did another one, then got to the bar, hit 2 shots, then went upstairs, grabbed a shot of some moonshine.
Oh my God, that stuff will kill you.
Took a shot of moonshine. And so by 8 o'clock, I was just comatose in the bathroom. I paralyzed what felt like from my waist down. I couldn't move. I'm sitting on the tub side.
Yeah.
I had vomited 3 times. People were coming in to use the washroom, and I was like,
brutal.
I can't move. They lifted my legs to turn me over into the bathtub so that they could pee, these women.
Yeah.
And then they would turn me back. I was in such dire straits. And by 9 o'clock or 9:30, I'm totally sober. I'd basically gone through all of the cycles. And by like maybe 10, I was like, okay, let's go.
Moonshine landed me in the bathtub. Fortunately, it was just me, Mike, Pat, like just the fellas. Mike got his hands on this moonshine. I think I was pissing in the sink or was going to, and I ended up in the bathtub and with mustard in my mouth. Like, I was weird.
Questionable decisions, my man.
Oh, man. No fond memories there.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, too drunk to fuck that night. Yeah, I would say probably, definitely so.
I didn't even realize these guys had a band. I know they
kind of mentioned
it. They
it.
did, but I meant like just a band of brothers.
Oh,
you know, just a posse.
Yep.
But no, we got Jack on drums. We got Rob.
Yep. Sexy lead singer guy.
He is. Nice jacket.
Yeah, it's him singing too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't love grunge music.
Okay.
I listened to it a little bit in this era because I felt I was supposed to. Like that was the thing. But I liked a couple of Offspring songs.
Sure.
I had Green Day Dookie.
Yep.
So it's part of my
repertoire.
A little bit, but now I have no sort of connection.
I love
to
all the music in this movie.
It's upbeat. Yeah, I'll give it that. I like Weezer.
Yeah, sure. Weezer, like the Muffs.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
Fits the movie, I think, generally speaking.
Absolutely. It's that attitude, right? Southern California.
Post-teenage angst, you know, college years sort of thing. 95.
And speaking of angst, Jack, in the midst of all of this, he shoots down Alyssa Milano. So right away, we're obviously watching a movie.
Yeah.
It's like Rounders. It's like Damon saying no to Famke.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I would
Joe's been busting your balls for months, and you're saying no to Famke?
I didn't like the whole how she wore
That's
a jacket
right, the shoulder thing really.
Yeah, I didn't find her attractive, generally speaking, so that I was fine with.
Yeah.
This I respect because Mickey
but that's
likes her. Now, I wouldn't have the courage or the backbone
the gumption
to not do it. If she's after me, I'm in. Like I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah. But his bigger problem is getting on that phone.
Yeah.
Because once he says the F you to man hands, That's man hands, by the way. I don't know if you
Okay.
knew that.
I did not.
Jillian from Seinfeld.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah, it was.
amazing.
When he was talking with his parents
Yep.
and she's topless,
Yep.
I was just thinking about her hands.
No.
I'm like,
no.
I wonder if her hands actually
You're
that
not watching
big.
the movie right.
No.
Show me your hands.
Yeah, but that bridge is now burned.
Yeah.
Once you say that, there's no coming back to that. Now, I haven't said that, but there's been conversations where things have been said
Yeah.
and you can't come back from it.
No.
It doesn't matter. You can write a poem. You can do all these things.
Flowers, the whole thing.
That's like tattooed into their brain.
You can think you've gotten over it because that's what ends up happening with a lot of that stuff too. Is that
Oh,
you say
yeah.
those things, and you're like, no, here's the flowers. Let's try it again. But it's there.
It's there.
And it's tough to walk it back.
Can't be done.
And so yeah, for him to dial the number and have all the things to say and only come with "fuck you" because of how you're making me feel. There's something that resonates with me on that too.
Oh, yeah.
I've never really done either like the "fuck you" thing, but I did throw a can of Coke at someone's head. So I mean, tempers can flare.
They can. Was it Diet Coke at least?
No, it was a Pepsi actually.
Oh, that's important.
Obviously, it didn't at her, right? But it was like in the vicinity, and it was pretty like one of my lower moments.
Could it deflected like the bullet in Armageddon at the beginning on the boat when Ben Affleck
Yes. No.
got shot in the leg there? You don't know.
No.
You got to be careful, buddy.
It was outdoors, so it was no
All right.
deflection. But either way, I kind of appreciated that level of fuck you for making me feel that way. And another fuck you comes soon after this, which is Joni and her friends show up, and they're a little drunk.
Ooh, this is a Joe moment.
This is Joe to me, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
that kind of thing.
Very close.
And Rockwell has my favorite line in the movie, second maybe. Probably my favorite line, actually, where he just says, "Don't do that. These are my friends."
Yeah, I agree with you 100% here. She wasn't very nice.
No.
And he kept it cool for a while. And she was just pressing the buttons.
Yeah.
And I didn't appreciate it.
No.
Now, I think that relationship can be salvaged.
Nothing that couldn't be unsaid.
Exactly.
Right? For sure.
But I was like, no, you don't
Just don't do that.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where that line is. Like, I'm being silly, goofy guy, as he says,
She's just being mean.
and you're just being mean.
yeah. It wasn't playful.
That's it.
There's a difference.
Yeah. The principle of don't come to my house and make fun of me when it's not part of the vibe. What I did with Graham, like that felt like we were all in it together, and what happened was we weren't.
Just a simple misunderstanding.
That's it, right?
You're
I
fine.
came in a little too hot, and it's fine.
No
and
big
obviously,
deal.
all of us are
Quick apology.
are really fine now.
Moving on. Now, let's remember, after this little outburst, that Rob has to meet
Yes.
her mom
It's the crux of the whole thing.
in the morning.
Yeah.
But we get to the actual graduation, which I never experienced. I did graduate, but I didn't go to the
No ceremonies.
graduation.
Forget
No,
it. It's lame.
I don't know. A lot of people don't like people.
It's fair. They
Johnny's-
don't like you.
There we go. It's mutual. A couple important things here. Now, I do want to touch on the gripes that I had because I have to get it in here. You're not getting off that easy.
All right.
Two ones that really irritate. This is one of them.
Okay.
Rob is meeting Joni's mom. 2 seconds before he's about to introduce himself, knowing he needs to speak, he fills his mouth up with food.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? If I'm about to shake your hand, Phil, a stranger, someone I've never met, let alone your girlfriend's mom, which to me is a big deal, chooses to not just take a bite, shoves the whole thing, and chokes almost. Just to do the Heimlich.
Easy explanation.
What?
Self-destruction.
Self-destruction. That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Just you want yourself
It's a
to fail.
subconscious in there.
Subconscious.
I'm gonna put it myself in a position to fail.
I accept that. Still
We've all
irritates
done
me. Yeah. I don't think you can explain the other one I have, though.
Okay.
At the party that we had talked about,
Mm-hmm.
French and I want to say Rob have a pee together,
Yeah.
and Buddy's in the bushes.
Yep.
And they stop midstream.
You can't cut it off.
You can't cut it off.
I've cut it off.
You cannot cut it off,
I've
Phil.
cut it off.
No,
I walked around the block and I went back.
there was no. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Maybe you did.
I've got
I would
UTI
need-
ever since.
I would need footage. But they're acting like they don't have to pee.
That's right. Even if you cut it off, you've got
You
more.
have to go.
Yeah.
So sell that to me. So didn't like that.
Okay.
Those my two.
So you're out.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I dream a
The
lot about.
pee work isn't where it needs to be.
You know me. I dream a lot about peeing.
Yeah.
So
I think if you thought back to your life 25 years ago, you might have been able to cut it off. I think there's some pee envy happening.
I can cut it off now because of prostate. You know,
It's barely coming out to begin
there we
with.
go. If you sleep on it wrong, I can stop. No problem. But these guys at this age, unless they're drinking a lot of that hoppy beer, that dark beer, apparently bad for your prostate.
That's
According
true.
to-
That's what we've heard.
According to Dennis,
Yeah,
anyway.
Dennis lays it out.
I learned a lot. Watching this movie. But more importantly, this graduation section is really Jack focused.
Yeah.
We have a great performer, great actor that I felt like I should have known.
Spalding Gray?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
I actually like this scene.
We've seen him before in a movie you will not remember, unfortunately, but Beaches.
Okay.
He played one of her husbands in Beaches.
I see. No, he is fantastic. But this is one of the few scenes where I can say I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
I can do that now. Just because the movie sucks doesn't mean I can't pick a scene and appreciate it.
Perfect.
I don't know why he had that huge meal in front of just him. Was that to be funny?
I don't know.
He has this a full hen.
Yeah.
And
And it's not a shareable?
It's in front of him, and
Yeah.
he's the only one
Yeah.
eating. Luckily, he didn't really eat.
He didn't really, yeah.
Of course, you don't do that in movies.
Exactly.
But an observation I made. But I love this conversation, and I think it's interesting to watch it being this age now.
Yeah.
And I found myself like, no, I'm on Spalding's side. I get Ben. I do. So it's not like, Ben, you're stupid. What are you talking about?
Yes. I think history has proven that
We don't listen.
we don't listen. And I don't think we're supposed to. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
like,
It'd be easier if we did.
of course.
Yeah.
That's what time does, right? Like, 50-year-old me would say something different to 20-year-old me.
I think we established a few months ago that the only person we would listen to,
Looper.
yes, is our future self.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's not impossible, right?
yet.
And so, that's
Not
right.
yet.
Give it a chance. So this scene, I think, crystallizes that ultimately, because my father, when I got my first job at 15, he said, one of the early things he said was, you don't have to spend every dollar, like, of your paycheck.
But you did.
Right? And I would say, yeah, okay. And then I would go and spend my money. It's the first time I had any money. I'm 15, 16, right? I've got friends, I got movies, I got toys, I got whatever.
That's fine.
And
Still make a habit of it.
why not?
Well, we know why.
Sure, but you live your life, right? And so I lived for 10 years in Vancouver and went bankrupt in the midst of that. But in that time,
You had fun?
I lived the best years of my life. I saw things, I did things, I flew, I traveled, I did, right?
If it's worth it for you in the long run.
So what's
then-
the consequence? But under someone else's guidance, I would have never done any of those things. Moving to Vancouver was going to cost you too much money. Don't do it. Buying that bed was going to cost you too much money. Don't buy it. So none of those things would have ever happened. I would happily trade all that money for the experiences that I had. Or working at a video store for 11 years wasn't financially prudent. But the best friends in the world that I had, the best memories I had in the world, the most fun I had in the world was for 12 years.
But you don't know. So had you not done those things, you could have had better experiences.
Sure.
You don't know that.
That's the thing. So only in hindsight can someone tell me it doesn't happen in the beginning, right? So Jack saying, I want to do these things for as long as I can, I think is the right attitude to have.
Yep.
Even if 10 years later say, fuck, my kid, 20 years from now, I'm going to tell them, don't make the same mistakes I did. But I don't look at them like mistakes. I don't think he would either.
I think what is overlooked by us at that age is it's okay to, let's say, take a year off. What's missing from our thought process is you can still have a plan and share that plan with your parents more like a better laid out way.
Sure.
Like, this is what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going to have to get a job at some point, but I'm going to take a year off. I'm going to work part-time. I'm going to gather my thoughts. I'm going to have a little bit of fun.
Sure.
I'm going to save a little bit of money and like really come up with something that they might be able to understand versus, I just graduated 17 minutes ago. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, you really should. Like, you've had 2-year program. You should have an idea what you want to do when you graduate. It's like you don't have to wait till you graduate to take the next step.
Of course.
If that next step is taking a year off,
Or 5.
or
10.
in my case, right? I
Yeah.
went back to school at 44.
Yeah.
But I regret that. I'm glad I did it.
Sure.
But I would have rather have done it, 30 years ago.
Sure. But only based on your latter experiences, right? And that's the whole trick of it, I think.
Yeah. So it's challenging because of what you know versus what they know.
Totally.
So
And you're not me. You don't know anything, old man, right? Like, that relationship it's always there.
yeah, they just don't want you to make the same
Sure.
mistakes.
But they made the same mistakes that their parents told them not to make, right? Like, and that's what I
know.
mean. Like, it's literally like every generation makes the same quote unquote mistakes.
Yeah. Which is
to the
nothing
point
wrong.
where I actually don't think they're mistakes anymore.
See, my issue, I think, primarily, not necessarily with the movie, but is making mistakes is going to happen. You learn from the mistakes. It's the extra layer of difficulty we put on ourselves with the drinking culture. We don't need to poison our bodies to that extent. We don't need to have all those hangovers. We don't need to base our whole lives around the drink.
Sure.
Now, I literally did that.
Yes.
But when I see it, I'm like, it's too much of the focus in this culture. So you're making mistakes that you may not be able to come back on. Like you've done permanent damage, as it were. It's not like I was in a relationship, it didn't work out. I learned from it, I grew from it, but that's not always the case.
Sure.
I was jaded. My relationships were terrible for the next 20 years because of that woman.
Sure.
I didn't learn.
Yeah.
I was destroyed from that
because
what I let her do to me, whatever. So it doesn't always work out.
But the odds are more people can manage their drinking, if you want to use that example, than can't.
Possibly, yeah.
And so the difference is one goes all in, like Slosh is all in.
Yeah.
Right? Now, whether Slosh stays all in or not will be determined in time, right? Because sometimes there is a revelation. Sometimes you wake up and you're 40 years old and you go, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Or you drink it all the way to the grave. But there is a balance in between that is, I did that, I'm done with that, and I'm going to do something else. And whether it's somebody else's influence or it's your own reckoning or it's a doctor that tells you, hey, if you don't quit smoking, you're going to die. Oh, I should probably stop then.
Yeah.
And that changes your entire outcome.
To come back to my original point about liking Spalding Gray, is I like the fact that they just leave.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, do you want to get back to her or not? Do you love her? They are supportive of that. But if you still love her, go after her. Like, don't do nothing.
Yes.
Make a decision.
Sure.
Don't go corporate necessarily, right? There's other options there. So
well, not to these guys, right? That's the thing. You listen or you don't. Like, it's a tricky thing.
I know, but I do appreciate the parents' support of his relationship. We'll back you.
Yeah.
But you have to make a decision for us to back. It can't be like nothing.
Yeah.
Can't tread water.
Sure.
I think that's the big takeaway is they don't want him just treading water.
Yeah.
I think that's parents just wanting the best for their kids.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you must have appreciated him in the mirror.
I love it.
In the bathroom.
Totally. Like 25th Hour.
Yeah. Just speaking like how his dad.
No, I understand. I understand.
Like that would never happen.
Dad, I'll get you a Kleenex. You're trying, right? Like all that.
There's 2 or 3 like funny moments.
Yeah, it's not as comedic as I remembered it when my mind was like, oh, this is a funny college movie. And I found it more earnest than that. Poignant even.
Yeah. Ernest Goes to Art College would be a good movie.
Exactly.
Eh?
Yeah, that's the next one.
Speaking of funny, this is where I actually wrote down, I want more scenes like this.
Okay.
More scenes on
Tell
the
me
number.
about this. I thought this might be your favorite because all the television connection.
Yeah, fun times on the number 3. Leah Remini.
Yeah.
This is her character in King of Queens.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. She's pretty much a one note. But
high-strung?
She does it really well.
Sure.
She insults Doug all the time.
Okay.
The funny thing is, Brendan Fraser's character's name is Doug.
Oh, that's right. You just mentioned it. Doug
Doug
the other
Efferman.
guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a happy accident.
Yeah.
But she just should keep that shit to herself.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the PDA? You into it?
No.
No.
A little bit's fine. But when it becomes like showy,
yeah.
Like, come on, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Not on the 3.
Like, remember your schmoopies?
Yeah.
That was
Nobody
really,
liked the schmoopies.
Those were irritating. I remember you and
Nobody liked the
oh my
schmoopies.
God, when you two were together, it was sickening. No offense, I can say that now.
Yeah. It certainly makes me sick.
How's your hindsight on that? But I mean, at the end of the day, whatever, do your thing. But
just keep me out of it. Just keep it off the 3 is really the key.
But I love the bus driver.
Yeah, he's great.
He felt like an extra.
Yeah.
Like, just put the hat on and he's the bus driver.
Yeah, he's probably like the director's buddy,
Yeah.
or something, right?
Well, he was great.
Yeah. You might be able to get away with this on the 2 or the 5, but not on the 3.
Just going out the window and no shirt now.
Do you remember the song?
Sort of. It was a pretty unique beat. I don't remember the words of it, but like, that seems to fit.
Well, the chorus is shit, fuck, son of a gun.
Oh, there we go. Well written. Well written. Must have been done by Rich Wilkes.
Yeah. Let's pivot, if you will.
Yeah, more pivoting. Yeah, to Dennis.
Dennis and Luther. Luther was kind enough to invite Dennis to a hobnob with the big wigs.
Sure.
And though Dennis had another plan, he decided to change the plan like 22-year-olds are prone to do.
Yeah, I suppose.
He had a plan,
As long as you have one.
and now he's changing it
Sure.
to go to this party. And he brings along some riffraff.
Yeah.
But I like this because it solidifies. Jack had warned Dennis earlier that, Luther's just in it for your butt.
And I thought he was just giving him a hard time.
That's it.
Yeah,
So did I.
I didn't pick up on that at all.
No. And the way that Luther is talking, right? And this is the theme of the movie. Obviously, the time stoppage in the clock is a very distinct metaphor. This conversation is that too, where Luther is talking about time.
Yeah, he's 48.
Getting older. He wants immortality and wants relevance and wants to still maintain his space in the world as I get older and young people, right? But it's also, I think, it could be interpreted from the artistic perspective, right? Art lives on forever.
So
we
he
all
says.
die.
Uh-huh.
This podcast will live on. In some form. After, if I died tomorrow, you died tomorrow. All the episodes, the 6 years, exist. And
Yeah.
that's the power of art to me. The movies we watch Sunset Boulevard, nobody in that movie is alive. But that movie is still incredible 70 years later. And I think there's something important. So because Luther is in this artistic world, and Dennis is a photographer, and
He's not a painter.
no, and that's the trick, right? So obviously Luther's up his own ass, but fundamentally, I think what he's
Nice choice of words.
what he's thinking, what he's talking about, I find actually really important in general.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea of why old men often will date younger women, or vice versa, I suppose, or facelifts, right? Everyone's chasing the youth, chasing being young, staying young, stopping time, and this is Luther's version of it.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Yeah, it's played for laughs, and it's obviously a little silly, but I think contextually, it's really an important message that I found really resonant.
When I worked at the gas station, I remember these two young to me.
Mm-hmm.
They probably were in their maybe mid-30s. I would have been 18. And they were a gay couple,
Mm-hmm.
and which is, at that time, late 90s, in a small town,
Sure.
wasn't prevalent.
Yep.
And they invited me back to their house.
Wow.
I didn't go, but I wonder what my life would have been like.
You had a plan.
A lot different. I had a plan not to do that.
Sure.
But it reminded me of this scene, and I felt that Luther even had a thing for indie.
Oh,
in those
okay.
movies. I
You're
think
thinking
there
it's
was a little-
going, okay.
Yeah, I could feel a little bit of chemistry there.
All right. So John Rhys Davis, as an actor, can
Yeah.
just bring that chemistry in and out.
I don't want to typecast him. But yeah, it's again, he didn't come on strong though.
No.
Again, you almost had to like spell it out for me. Like, oh, I see what you're saying here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, we want to stay young. But obviously, Dennis ultimately doesn't.
Yeah, calls him out on the scam.
Yeah.
And
I
Jack,
don't know if it's a scam, but
I mean, it's a bit of a scam to offer him
that's true.
the job to stay with him on
Yeah.
the basis of nothing other than
Yeah, that's a scam.
I want you around. It's a bit of a scam.
Okay, good
I
point.
lied to you about your art so
Yeah.
that you would stay. That feels like a scam.
I guess if you put it that way.
In the context. Jack's pissed. He cuts down the totem pole, which I loved.
Where
Just-
did they get that chainsaw? That's what
the
I want to know.
question. When you were talking about your
Yeah.
nitpicks, if you will,
I
I
left
thought
that one
might be
out.
one of them.
I left it out, but it just came to me again.
Yeah.
That's
The-
okay. He's probably got a shed somewhere.
Shred?
No, shred. No, he probably has a shed somewhere.
Yeah, to
where,
shred.
where we have to have a chainsaw in it.
Yes,
Philip.
probably.
Philip,
He just brought it handy just in
case.
You don't know when you go to these hobnob parties
when you're going to
need
need
a chainsaw. Now, so far we've had Rob wrestle and seem to come to terms a little bit with the life and the choices with the moms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jack is still wrestling, right? He had this fight with his father. He's shredded with Mikey. He's been on the fence with Dina. Like, he's obviously going through some stuff. And he tries to have this quiet moment with Slosh on the beach.
On the beach. Yes, absolutely. We got the beach party here.
And I think back on the movie, and I was saying to you, I thought this was funnier than I remembered. What that undercuts is I actually think this is more sobering than I remembered. A little more depth than I think I had given credit for, or the things that resonate with me, I think, are those moments more so than slapsticky stuff. Because I listened to this.
That's true. So sometimes when you watch these later, you get it.
Totally.
What the writer's trying to portray.
Yeah.
Or at that age, you're like, I don't know what you're talking
I don't know.
about.
I just like the jokes, or I like the chicks, or I like the
Yeah,
soundtrack, and
it's-
kind of roll with it.
It doesn't sink in. But,
But for me, this scene, certainly based on this conversation, I think has even more weight because it's a direct repudiation on some level of the things you were talking about, which Slosh is saying, this is a choice. And
just a poor one, but yeah.
but he doesn't look at it that way.
No, he does not.
And who knows what his life is going to look like in 20 years. The point is that people grow and change in a lot of different ways, like religious upbringings, right? Oh, no, this is wrong.
You're wound up tight.
And then you get a moment to break out of it and you live a deviant lifestyle.
Yes.
And then somewhere in the middle, you come out and figure out what the middle part is.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. But that's life. Jack's saying, like, look, you're following me. You look up to me. I'm a failure.
And he's not wrong.
But at 22, you're not a failure, is my whole point. At 22,
you're not anything, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I fucked up my 20s. Who cares?
Yeah.
I lived the best life of my 30s or my 40 or whatever, right? Yeah. To have decided that you're a fuck up at 20 is offensive to me. Well, because I don't know anything at 20.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the problem with, again, our North American culture is we're doing all these things too early. Going to school, getting the job. I think we've learned a little bit. I think everyone's doing it a little bit later now, but we're not ready for any of that. Mm-hmm. We need to have these experiences without the pressure of graduating, without the pressure of getting the job. I'm sure your parents don't want you living at home until you're 30 necessarily.
Sure.
But I think we do things way too early, especially for dudes, because we're
dumb.
Honestly, I hate to admit it, we mature a little bit later.
Of course. That's studies have shown.
Exactly. And I think it's pretty clear.
The evidence is out there.
Yeah. So I think that's part of the problem, where all these issues come from something that's really unnatural for us to be doing. And that's where all the angst and confusion comes from. It's like, we shouldn't even be dealing with this stuff yet. I need to have these experiences and figure things out.
Sure.
And I did like this scene. I don't necessarily agree with the reasoning necessarily of Slosh.
He says, I'm happy. There's no fear. And I did all of that, and the world didn't end. At 22 is, to me, exactly what people should be feeling. I want to live like my dog's head out the window.
What I don't like is the fear thing, because live with no fear now, and maybe it's just me. I'm just looking at myself as a point of reference.
Sure.
As I was that guy. I had no fear. I drank and drove. I did a lot of stupid things.
Those are stupid.
That's stupid, but I did it because I didn't have any fear of any consequences.
Sure.
And then I went through a long period of having nothing but fear.
Sure. How's the blood pressure machine?
I was going to check it. I was actually going to use it the other day because I was feeling a little lightheaded. So I think he needs maybe to, again, find something in the middle.
Yes.
Where it's like you have to have a little bit of fear because you have to look at the long run.
Yeah.
Like not to the point where you're not having fun, but consequences are consequences, and it could affect your life down the road.
Yeah, I look at some of that stuff you just talked about, like it's too early, it's too early, it's too early. To me, the world kicks your ass so early, and the pressures of life get so prominent and prevalent so quickly that I'm of the belief of rage against that for as long as humanly possible. Because eventually you're going to get the job.
Yeah.
Just you're going to, whether it's the great job or the shitty job, you're going to get the job.
Well, it depends how much fear you have now. Slosh is going to be in retail, that's all I'm going to say.
But there are people that make good money in retail. They've worked their way up and they do the things, right? So I used to look at retail as an example. When I get my real job, I'll take it more seriously. I worked at retail for 12 years.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be making fun of it because 20 years, right?
There's a part that says, well, if you should have been more responsible and you could have taken more whatever, but I never looked at it as a real job. That line of thinking is just as flawed and capping of ability and whatever than anything else. Anyway, just Slosh's speech and Jack saying there's no fucking fun anymore. That's reality. That happens to all of us.
Yeah, that I like.
We have responsibility. We get married. We have kids. We have jobs. We work 5 days. The world changes.
I don't work any days.
That's right. The world changes all of that. So I thought the speech really crystallized some of the stuff, and I thought it leads really well to the next phase.
Yes.
Because I think what it does is it allows for things will be okay. It feels like it won't. It always feels like it won't because of so many of the pressures that we're talking about. So I'm not going to do that because the next day I was with somebody for many years and everything we talked about was later. Later we're going to do this. Yeah. Later we're going to do this.
Vacation.
I'm going to live in anxiety today because I'm thinking about tomorrow. I can't spend this money. We shouldn't do this. I can't do that because later it'll be good. Later it'll be fine. Later we'll do it.
Yeah, you're leading too much on the other side. It's finding that nice middle ground where you're not throwing away your future to have a little extra fun now. You have to have, I hate to say it, a plan.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the sentiment. I still wouldn't use Dennis and Jack as someone to look up
Pillars.
to.
Fair. That's fair.
Maybe of what not to do. But yeah. Jack living just living life. Yeah, but he's not happy.
That's what he says. I'm miserable.
And this is where he has a little convo with Man Hands.
Yes.
And this just proves the bridge is burned.
Yeah.
And what I found interesting is to tell a woman that you love them when you have the inability to listen to them. She's called you deranged.
Yeah.
She has no interest of getting back. She's made that clear.
Yeah.
But somehow, and I've done it,
Sure.
is we can still say, I love you.
Sure.
Because you're not getting it.
Yeah.
And I just think as a young adult, it's the whole love thing. It's just, it's a complicated
Sure.
feeling to have. But we just sometimes just don't get the hint where this is it. We're done. We're moving on.
Well, I mean,
There's no coming back.
Yeah, but it's a one-way street often, right? So I can still love, right? He can still love this person even if she thinks he's deranged because it's her perspective on him.
Yeah, but why
Right.
would you?
Well, sure,
Like,
but
logically speaking,
that's the logic
like
part.
Spock
but love
would be
doesn't
like,
really
"Come
do
on,
that.
what are we doing here?
And he doesn't. He wouldn't like the love. But my first girlfriend, we fought all the time.
Makeup sex?
Sometimes, sure, yeah, but we're like, this is not compatible. But I loved her throughout all of that, and even though she's saying shitty things and doing shitty things to me, and I'm saying and doing shitty things to her, at the end of the day, we're still in this. Yeah, but I love you. It's also a thing. I wrote a whole play about this ultimately, where it is a thing that people will say to fill a gap in conversation or to convince you you're mad at me, but I love you.
Thanks, buddy.
And that isn't the salve that it is. I hope it is, right? I'm saying it over and over again.
It represents a bunch of words I just can't say.
Yeah.
And maybe this will do the trick.
This will summarize, right? But if the other person on the other side is like, but I don't love you, which is what she says ultimately, that it doesn't matter. Yeah. You can love me all you want, but I'm out.
Yeah. I think it's really the fear of being alone. I think that's really
well,
why
yeah,
they stick
this
these
is
things out. Like,
women as savior is what this movie and some
Yeah.
others that kind of this character type.
Like, who wants to be someone's safety blanket? Like, who wants that responsibility?
Yeah, totally.
Why would you want to be a blanket at all?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of cozy, sure.
Sure.
But
And his blank is right in there, right? You don't even have your own personality. You're just
exactly. But didn't take, ultimately.
That's right.
That's okay.
What does take, finally, is Mickey and Chelsea having
Oh, my
the heart-to-heart.
God.
Now, have you ever asked somebody or told somebody that you like them the way you get to see them naked?
No, but I get it. I didn't use those
really like
words.
that. I
It's a
really
good
like
line.
that. I thought it was a really good line.
Now, like I said, Vinny DeRamus is an absolutely terrible actor. I don't mean any disrespect. He could be an incredibly good person.
You mean a little disrespect.
I'm not a good actor either.
Absolutely
I was in a movie film. My scene got cut.
Yeah.
I know what it's like. I'm a bad actor too.
Yeah.
Again, probably a great guy. But this scene, I hate it.
Yeah.
The fact that Chelsea even wants to be with him makes absolutely no sense.
Totally.
And if you hear a noise outside, that's fine. Ignore it.
5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes. Don't pick up
Make
the phone.
the move.
Don't pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Don't go outside.
Once the woman says, I like you too,
It's over.
you're
or
in.
It's, or it, yeah. Or you should be in.
Exactly.
You don't go out.
Do the kiss, do some things.
Yeah.
You'll probably get to second base, if not
least.
further.
Yeah.
And he's such a loser.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really like the scene either, except for that. But the idea that comes out of that, or at least I guess what they're alerted to, is a bunch of shit breaking. So we get Dennis has an ability to talk about Nona.
Oh, yeah.
And this issue with his mug, and this is my special thing,
She
and so
practically
forth.
raised him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he smashes it.
Yeah.
And earlier, Jack talks about Camus and the idea that the best thing that could have happened, you alluded to it earlier, is that you're at the peak of love and everything is wonderful, and she dies.
Yeah.
Because then it never rots. It never goes bad.
Never breaks up with you. Never breaks your heart.
That's right.
It's a different sadness.
Sure.
But, yeah.
But it's manageable in time and whatever else, but it's crystallized. And he then takes that idea and commits it to Rancho itself. And he calls it preservation through destruction.
Yeah.
Dennis starts it off by smashing this mug.
Which was what we thought important to him. But I do appreciate his analogy about every time you use this mug, it's like you're kissing my Nona.
Yeah.
I get it.
Sure.
This just
Kissed
could have
a
been
couple Nonas. You sicko.
my issue with this whole preservation through destruction. I'm not on board with it. Might work for some people. But if once you've explained this importance of the mug and the why, you can still keep the mug. Now they know. Now they'll respect it and not use it. Or don't use it at all to drink. Keep it up in your room, and you can still have it as a memory of Nona. You don't have to break it. I get the sentiment. We're talking about a 47-year-old watching a movie about 22-year-olds. You're going to bring some of that in.
Of course.
Had I watched this maybe at 22, yeah, break that mug. Yeah. Maybe it'll be a little bit different.
Sure.
But I don't like destruction. I don't. I'm a creator. I'm an architect, right?
Yes, that's right.
So
it's true. Yeah, I mean, that's totally fair. I think, like we experienced with these movies, right? This one's lived with me for 30 years. So
yeah, you have like
it's
this
a different
connection to
feeling.
it.
I love the idea behind this. Not only communicated well, the explanation, the sort of definition that this thing will never go bad, it'll never go sour, it'll be remembered as it is in our brains. A little bit earlier, the dart falls out of the clock to symbolize, again, in case you didn't get the metaphor at the beginning, that the time does go on, whether you want to let it or not. And this goes into self-sabotage stuff we talked about earlier with Rob, right? Like, if you break it up while it's still good, then it can just stay as a good memory. Whereas you meet the mom, she's a monster, you get married for 10 years, and it turns out sour, right? It's like, well... fuck that bitch. I can't look at those photos anymore because they're tainted, because she's ruined my life, or she took my kid, or she took my money. That, I thought, is an interesting thing. Rancho exists, but do you want to drive past your old apartment and see that it's been fully renovated and doesn't look anything like your old house? Or, my old house was sold. And I was like, well, that's not my house.
Yeah, you'd rather have just burned it to the ground?
No
one else can live in it?
But the principle is all the memories now are tainted a little bit with what this new version of what my house was or is.
You're sharing it with strangers.
Exactly. And I didn't need to burn it to the ground. But in principle, I like that this movie, at least the thematic element is, maybe I could. And if not literally, at least figuratively, metaphorically destroy it.
Yeah, that I can get on board with.
So that it never gets anywhere else.
I get that. I just don't want to clean up the mess.
You don't have to. They don't have to. They're out. Maybe you lose your damage deposit, but you already
that's what
paid
I'm saying.
I love it. I think it's great. I think it's a good moment for everybody to kind of let off the steam. Obviously, the movie, it helps propel everybody out of there. You can't stay now, even if you wanted to, which is another reason to destroy it. Right now, by not metaphorically bringing it down, but actually physically tearing it down, there is no more Rancho. There is nowhere else to go. You have to leave.
Maybe that's what I should have done, and maybe that's why I have these lingering memories, is because I didn't burn down that duplex.
There you go.
And go to prison for arson.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
Yeah. I left the wounds open, if you will.
Sure. So that, to me, I thought it's a great way to end the movie. I mean, we do get goodbyes afterwards.
Oh, you got to tie
That's the big
things up
big
here.
Climax, as it were. Everyone has their moments to move on.
Yeah.
We see Rob hanging out with Joni in the car.
Yeah, I think he makes the right call. I mean, Joni did come around, if you remember. She apologized for that thing.
Of course.
So,
come here, woman.
Yeah, I think there's, give it a go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Rob got sort of his shit together.
Seems to.
Right?
Right? Probably divorced and miserable now.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Took him for everything, yeah.
Mickey and Chelsea together, we hear that.
I hate that. Like, come on.
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
It's just there.
That's the worst.
Slosh keeps the sign from Rancho, but moves in down the road. He'd been propositioned earlier.
That reminds me of the end of Old School.
Oh, yes, that's
Will
right.
Ferrell becomes the DJ
of
the school, and he's like older and really shouldn't be there. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I don't mind
a new Godfather.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't mind that for Slosh. I hope he figures things out.
Yeah, he's got the game. He's gonna be a
if he
millionaire.
can motivate himself enough to follow through with that. I think it's all about the follow through.
Of course,
then he can make something of himself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we get a last little bit of voiceover, and he says the hardest part about getting older is you don't fling yourself into love and friendships as easily.
But I think if we didn't necessarily put ourselves in certain predicaments in our 20s, like this, that maybe it would have been easier to make friends later. But we have these memories of like, oh, I was hurt. I had this bad friendship. This relationship went sour. And those memories, like, I don't want to go through that again. Therefore, you may have learned something, but it also has hindered maybe future friendships. Like, I haven't been a friend with somebody because, I don't want to get too close because this is what happened with this person years ago. So it can go either way is what I'm saying. That might be why it's a little more difficult because of the pain you put yourself through in your early 20s with the alcohol. as the
Always
driving
with the
force.
Yeah.
Right? Which could be for some people, even for myself anyways, what elevated these bad experiences, right? Is what made these things worse. Had I not done that, then maybe I would have been able to
Sure.
come out a little bit, cleaner.
That's fair. I mean, I lived a pretty chaste life in that respect. Again, I only drank for 5 years, and it wasn't that much in that time.
Yeah, you didn't have what it took.
I couldn't keep it up. But it's just getting older. Your social circles just,
Oh yeah, I mean I think there's
natural attrition,
natural
sort of
regression,
happens, right?
Yeah,
but you're not quite so willing to jump into things, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
And he gets the last moment, as it were, angst for the memories.
Thanks. I thought he misspelt thanks because he's writing backwards. That's not easy to do.
It's impressive.
I've tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Manhand's like, okay,
Man, it's
sorry. I'm glad he got over
you
it.
just kind of get a moment. Jack, in theory, has put it to bed now, and
Yeah.
he will be better for it later.
Absolutely, for sure.
And acetone continues to play as he drives off. Now, you obviously didn't like this movie, but have I maybe sufficiently explained why I do?
I already knew why you did.
Yeah, Megan Ward.
You have a hard time letting go. So
check the clocks here, buddy. They're all ticking. Okay, they're all ticking.
Yeah, no, I was curious to see the fact that this movie isn't generally well received. It's like from a production standpoint, it's about 5 losers. There's no hero. There's a lot of elements that are missing for the average Joe maybe to get into it. I'm thinking, well, you have a connection to this movie as a young Phil. So I was curious to see, is it strong enough still to keep on your shelf? Do you
100%.
There you go, 100%.
Yeah,
so there's no doubt.
I loved watching it.
Yeah, so you
Just
still
not
love it
funny as I thought it was or remembered it being, but all the points still hit for me. I loved it.
And that's what I pretty much expected of you, unfortunately. Just kidding.
Okay. So what are your thoughts?
For me, I need an in, and there wasn't that secure connection. It was more of a Wi-Fi.
You're not hardwired.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Where I get a little bit of you, I get a little bit of you. I don't think not enjoying the movie is a reflection of the movie being bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it triggers certain memories for me like I don't really want to experience.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to be reminded of all these mistakes I made at that age.
Sure.
And have so much alcohol being displayed. I'm like, man, I wish I hadn't got into that. So there was a lot of remorse.
In different ways than like Days of Wine and Roses and The Lost Weekend, because you like those two
like
movies in
those.
different ways, and this is more repellent to you. That's kind of interesting. Just
Yeah.
curiosity.
Maybe it's the Jack Lemmon. I don't know.
Modern, maybe, or the timeline, because in 95 you were
it could be
alive,
that.
right? So maybe there's some of that.
I think how the drinking part, how it's illustrated on it, like where Day of Wine and Roses was more about the addiction.
Sure, it's about the consequences. This is not really about that.
No, that hit a different chord.
Interesting.
And the fact I just didn't like Mickey.
Yeah. We got it.
It drove me nuts.
Yeah.
However, I watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
And I disliked it less
Okay.
and less.
Okay.
I understood more why Phil likes this and why he's likely going to keep it on his shelf and why this movie exists. And I did appreciate the overall messaging of it.
Okay.
It just made me question why in certain cultures we do certain things to make our lives so much more difficult. And it just kind of irritated me a little bit.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
struck a chord.
That's fair.
But again, an hour and a half. I mean, I can do
the
that.
harm?
I can do that. And it's your birthday weekend.
That's right.
So
Give me a little credit.
but
That's great. Well, I'm sorry I didn't make your shelf, but it happily stays on mine. Tell us what's coming off your shelf next week. Well, tease. I don't want to know the whole thing.
Well, next week, Phil, we are going to a place where it's most likely very hard to find alcohol, actually, and to find a lot of commodities that you might need. So it's going to be pretty dry. That's what we'll say. It's going to be very dry.
Okay.
But I think you'll like it.
I hope so. Probably won't, though. History has told us.
Okay, we'll find out.
Thanks, folks. We do hope you like us. If you did, please rate us 5 stars on your podcatcher of choice. Like the podcast, subscribe to it, never miss an episode. Visit us on the Facebook page. And, of course, please share the podcast with any drunks, college students, artists, anybody, really.
Or if you see Sean Whalen, let him know.
Let him know. Yes,
Give us a listen. You'll like it.
He'll like it. I think he'd appreciate it.
Yeah, he's got
Find
good
Sean
taste.
Whalen and tell him to listen to us.
That'll work.